Hey, this is Ken at Capital Advantage Tutoring. It's my job to get you past the Series 7, right? We're going to try. Well, it's 1:30 in the morning, freaking crazy. I'm watching McLeod, or I just watched Donnie Brasco again, but I was teaching till about midnight, and I had this video that I did. I worked with an analyst class, a couple of them, and they asked me to do a high level review of options on a chart. So we did that the night before they took the test, and they said it was all super helpful. They see all the option stuff they need, not the matrix. We have the matrix, it's something different. So we're going to give it a shot. Stay to the end and take a screenshot, and maybe that you can print out and put on your wall. I did different colors, like I did green for bullish, red for bearish, and then other colors for just fun. Okay. Woo. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's see how we do. I'm going to turn the screen off so you don't miss anything, my video off. Hopefully that helps. Gets my ass out of there. Boom. There we go. That should make it a little bit more better. Good English. Okay. So here's the deal on this. So we're going to start with the first thing we're going to look at, right? Buy a call, right? See if we can I think you shouldn't have anything in front of you, I think. But so if you buy a call, right, it's buy one XYZ 50 call. That's a long call. You're bullish. It's for speculative, and the break even is strike plus premium. Pretty good. Remember, green is bullish, red is bearish. So then we go to the next one down. Buy a put. It's a long put. That buy, own, hold, long all mean the same thing. It's bearish. And look, it's still speculative. You thought I was off kilter. And then it's strike minus premium. Okay. So buy an XYZ 50 put is a long put. It's bearish, strike minus. Buy a 50 call. It's a long call. It's bullish. It's speculative, and strike plus premium. Go to the next one. Sell a call. Ooh, naked. Oh, we wonder where that's going to go. So selling a 50 call is like shorting or writing a call. It's bearish, and you do it straight plus premium. And then we go to the next one. And remember, red is bearish, so it's bearish. Oh, naked, uncovered. That's what it means when you sell an option by itself. It's naked or uncovered. So we're going to sell an XYZ 50 put. It's short, write a put. It's bullish. You're doing it for income, and you do strike minus premium. So let's go over this again. So these these are for speculation. It's white, so you're not going to see it. So I'm not going to even bother anymore. These are for speculative when you're buying options, and these are for income. Whenever you sell an option, it's for income. That's the only reason. So let's jump down a little bit farther. Let's go to the hedging. Okay. If you're long stock and long a put, that's a protective. Or if it's done on the same day, it's a marry put. You're still bullish because the stock rules. And HIP, in my world, HIP means hedge, insure, protect. So if you buy stock and then you buy an option, buy a put, you're doing it for HIP. HIP, hedge, insure, protect. So I always say buyers are HIP. And since it's buy and buy, it's going to be stock plus premium for the break even. Super easy. Next hedge, long stock, short a call. That's a covered call. Why you do it's bullish because you own the stock, maybe even neutral if you sell it at this. The strike is the same place you bought stock, whatever. You're doing it for income. The only reason you ever sell options is for income. And this is a covered call. Okay. How do you do break even? It's going to be the stock minus the premium. Remember, I put stock in big letters to remind you it's not the strike price, it's the stock. And always remember, stock is cool, stock is it, stock is everything. Okay. Stock is king, stock is everything. Now, those are two of the hedging ones. But remember, I do a covered call for income. Next, short stock, long call. That's a protective call. Now, since I'm short stock, I'm bearish. See, it's red. Okay. And I'm doing it for HIP, a hedge insurance protection. Again, HIP, hedge insurance protection. Buyers are HIP. So when you buy an option with a stock position, you're doing it for HIP. Buyers are HIP. Hey, HIP, who cool. It's for hedge insurance and protection. And again, since it's a buy and a sell, it's stock minus premium. Super duper easy for break even. And these will answer a bunch of questions on the exam. So if you're short stock, short a put, to sell and a sell, well, since you're selling an option, it's a covered put. So let's see this for a second. So if you sell an option by itself, it's naked or uncovered, like it's blowing in the wind, right? It's uncovered, it's naked. But if you have a stock position, so if you sell a call and you own stock, that's a covered call. If you're short a put and you're short stock, that's a covered put. I like that. I think we're on the same page. So if I short stock, short a put, it's a covered put. It's bearish, maybe even neutral if I sell it at the strike, the same place I shorted it, and I did it for income, and it's stock plus premium. Why? Because it's a buy and a buy. So remember, the same you add, different you subtract for break evens. Okay, that's hedging. Let's move on down. Now we're going to the straddle world. I'll do both at the same time. I know, screw it. We'll do both. Okay. Now, Long call, long put, that's a long straddle. Okay, long call, long put, that's a long straddle. Because how do you know it's long? Because it's with the long. So if they say the word buy, own, hold, long, and you see two of them, it's a long straddle. And what do? You do it for volatility. See, there's no color here because it's not really bullish or bearish. You're looking for volatility as two break even points. I could probably even write that in there. Now, look what I did here. When you see two options, you have to do something. I can't circle, right? Let me do it in here. So if you see two options right here, two options, you have to do something with the premiums. Since it's a buy and a buy, you're going to add the premiums. And then you do the call plus the total premiums. And then you do the put minus the total premiums. So if it's 4 and 2, you add them up. That's 6. It's going to be the strike plus 4 and the put strike minus 4. So this is so these are the straddles. A long call, long put. It's a long straddle. We want volatility. There's two break evens, one up, one down. And then on a short, then we have a short straddle, which again is a short call, short of put. So remember something, we name things for what they are. So a straddle is either long or short. And why is that? Well, because it's either long and you bought both, or you're short because you sold both. Pretty straightforward. Moving on in, we're going to keep moving. Spreads. Okay, here we go. So it's a long call, short call. Now, I put the heart near the dominant one, right? So the dominant one is the one that drives the spread. So that's why I have the heart next to it. So in this case, long call, short call. If the dominant call, if the buy call is a dominant, then these things follow. But let's get into this for a second. How do I know if a call is dominant? Well, the lower strike call is always a dominant. Okay. So if you have a 35 and a 40 call, the 35 is always dominant on the calls and the longer month. So if it's a longer month, it's always dominant. And on the put side, it's always the higher put or the longer month. So it's always the longer month, the farther away. So it's August right now. It's still almost September. My anniversary is in 2 days. I still haven't bought anything, honey. Hopefully she doesn't watch this. It's right now. Would I rather have an option that lasts until October or December? I'd much rather December. So that's why it's more expensive. It's the dominant. So that's the two ways. So I'm just showing you not how to find the dominant, but if you get the dominant, by the way, if they give you the premium, don't fight it. The bigger premium is always the dominant, always. The lower call or the higher put or the longer month. Those are the rules. Unless they give you premium, and then it's whatever they say it is. Now, if this is a long call spread, so it's called a debit spread. If you see the word long, own, hold, the dominant tells you since the dominant is a buy means debit. So this is a debit spread. And since the buy call is a dominant, it's bullish. Since it's a debit, you want it to widen exercise. Remember, dead wives can't nag. Okay. So debit, widen exercise. And when you do the break even, you subtract the two premiums from each other. And then you add it to the lower strike price. That's what it is. Again, when it's a call spread, you add to the lower every time. Okay. And it's green because it's bullish. Let's go to the next one. Long call, short call. Well, it sounds familiar. But the dominant is the short call. So the short call is either the lower strike or the longer month. Since the short call is the dominant, that's a sell. Short means sell. Sell means credit. So this is a credit spread, and we're bearish, and we want it to narrow. We want it to expire. That means remember when I say widen or narrow, we want the premiums to either get farther apart or closer together. So that's what narrow or widen means. And expire means I would love it if both options expired. Because remember, I have money in my pocket. So I want it to stay that. I want the money to stay. So if it expires, I keep the money. And again, you subtract the premiums because it's a buy and a sell, and you still add to the lower strike. So in a call spread, you still add to the lower. Pretty straightforward. I try to look at these things like I teach the different way of methods. And look, and if you guys want to really have a really revolutionary way, okay, way to look at options, just a different way. I kind of created a method that's the kind of way I think of them. I'm kind of nuts. So I kind of think of them about break even and everything. And it's really intuitive and it really works. Okay. So that's why I'm just saying, since we're in here, might as well make a pitch for you can buy my options. You can rent my options videos for $20 a month. That's nothing. That's like what, 2 packs of cigarettes. Well, maybe 1 pack of cigarettes. It's one movie with no popcorn or drink, but one movie. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I surprised you. Long a put, short a put. Okay. So long a put, short a put, that's a put spread. Now look, the dominant is a long put. So that's a debit spread. That's a buy. Buy means debit. So long, buy, own, hold means debit. So long a put spread, since I'm long a put, buying means debit. And if I buy a put, buying a put is bearish. So is the spread. Since it's a debit, I want it to widen and exercise. Remember, dead wives can't nag. And then again, you subtract the premiums, the two premiums from each other, and then you subtract from the higher strike. Pretty straightforward. Now, the last one, long put, short put. I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but it's because the dominant is different. So in the long put, in the first one, in the red one, the long put is either the farther month or the higher strike. And on this one, the short put is the higher strike or the longer month. So and again, or the bigger premium, whatever the bigger premium is, remember you follow that. So this is a long put, short put. This is a credit spread. Since sell means credit, the short is a dominant, that means credit. If I sell a put, I'm bullish. You know that already. And if I have a credit, I want it to expire because I have the money in my pocket. So I want it to expire and I want the premiums to get closer together so I can buy it back cheaper. So understand that. I'm not going to go into the math on this, but if you have a debit spread, you spent the spread. If you want to sell it, you want the spread to widen. You can sell it for a bigger spread for more money. And if you sold a spread, you sold it for the difference between the two premiums, that spread. And then you're hoping it gets narrow and you can buy it back cheaper. Okay. So this is a little chart. Take a screenshot of this. I think it will help. This is not something that you would write on your hot sheet, but it's hard because it's too much. But it's a really good like reminder, like print it out, put it on your wall. My analyst students, they had me write this down. They were like, oh my God, it's just so great to have it all in one spot. This isn't end all be all, but it really does help with seeing everything in one piece of paper. Okay. Okay. Well, welcome back. I'm so glad we made it through. Hopefully it wasn't that long. I try not to drone on and on and on because who wants to just sit there and listen for 2, 3, 4 hours to somebody talk, especially me, because I'm fucking annoying as hell. So guys, thank you very much. Don't forget to join me every Tuesday and Thursday night on my live Q&A. I'm the original for doing that. I've been doing it since the COVID. Hopefully it's not coming back. Let's go. Let's get on the options. I'll see you every Tuesday and Thursday. And if you want to join the membership, go ahead. We meet starting next week, it'll be every Friday night we do the 65, 66 at 6 p.m. Eastern. We do the 7 class at 7, and then we do the options at 8. Every Friday night, we do an options class. Guys, thank you very much. Have a great night.